Hello and welcome. We're live here on Forever Sports. It's a new season of the Vodacom URC. It's round one. Action from Loftus first felt. The Vodacom Bulls up against Ospreys. It's South Africa versus Wales if you choose to look at it like that. But first of all, a warm, hearty welcome to everyone tuned in around the world as we go on a rugby journey this season in the Vodacom URC. And of course, we have some big action later on this afternoon. The Springboks at home in Durban to Argentina, looking to secure back-to-back rugby championships. Of course, that'll be live with Stevie P later on at 5:10 South African Standard Time kickoff. But I want to take you through the starting 23 of each side here this afternoon. Starting with the away side, it's Garen Phillips at 1, Dewey Lake, the captain, at 2, Tom Botha 3, Rhys Davies 4, James Fender 5, Ross Moriarty 6, Harry Deeves 7, Morgan Morse at number 8 to make up the forward pack, Reuben Morgan Williams at 9, Dan Edwards 10, Keelan Giles 11, Kieran Williams 12, Phil Kokonasiga at 13, Dan Kasende, who comes from the Cheetahs. He's playing now at Ospreys at 14, and Jack Welsh at 15. 16 to 23, Ethan Lewis, Stephen Thomas, Reese Henry, Hugh Sutton, James Ratty, Luke Davies, Tom Florence, and Harry Houston at 23 for Ospreys. For the Bulls at 1, back is the Springbok loosehead prop, Gerard Steenekamp, Rassie Erasmus and co. No doubt we'll be looking at him to see how he goes this afternoon. Johan Grobler at 2, Morne Smith 3, Curvis Visa, another one who's hot on the radar of the Springboks, looking for a big performance. JF Van Heerden at 5, Marcel Coetzee, the captain, at 6. Mpilo Gomede is kind of fallen out of favour, you would think, with the Springboks, but still looking to put up his hand as we build depth for that Rugby World Cup in 2027. JJ Tehran at 8, 9, Ambrose Papier, Keegan Johannes at 10, awaiting the arrival of Andre Pollard, of course, signed for the Vodacom Bulls from Leicester last season. Sebastian de Klerk at 11. Jan Serfontein, another Springbok, looking to make that midfield number 12 position his own and put up his hand potentially. Has he got something left? Well, we'll wait and see with bated breath. David Krill at 13. You feel he almost did enough last season, was a standout player for the Vodacom Bulls, of course. The Bulls coming up short last year in the final against Leinster, and that was the ultimate demise of Jake White. You would feel just not getting them over the line for silverware. Cheswell Euster, fresh from winning the under-20 title with the junior box at 14, and Devin Williams 15. 16 to 23, Johan Els, Alu Chakweni, Francois Klopper, Nicholas Janse van Rensburg, another one looking to put up his hand in this Vodacom Bulls team for the Springboks. Namakaba, Paul de Vet from the Stormers incoming as a reserve scrum half, Stedman Gans, and of course Willie Leroux, the Centurion, making up number 23 for the Vodacom Bulls. We mentioned, of course, a new season in the Vodacom URC. New coaches on both sides. Johan Ackerman incoming for the Bulls, taking over for his first opportunity to show his worth as he takes over from Jake White, and of course Mark Jones for Ospreys, who had somewhat of a difficult season last time around, finishing in 12th position. And you feel Wales rugby at the moment in dire straits. You can't really put it in any other terms. How will that translate to their club teams as the Ospreys look to put in a good performance away from home? It's going to be difficult at Loftus. There is some rain around, and it is Federico Vedavelli who will be the man in charge with the whistle, dictating play. But exciting times here on Forever Sports. The first opportunity for Johan Ackerman to show his hand. You know the experience he's got in terms of his coaching credentials. Got some reinforcements, some Springboks in there, former Springboks at that, current Springboks. We mentioned Gerard Steenekamp will look at him having a strong performance as he looks to make his way back into the Springbok setup. But we're almost underway, folks. It's going to be an exciting clash as we do get underway. It's the Ospreys who put it just outside the 22. It's knocked on by the Bulls. We're going to have a scrum early on, and this is the opportunity to see where the Bulls are at. Can they dominate at scrum time and set up a real platform in terms of that set play? We saw the Springboks do it against the All Blacks. Doesn't necessarily win you the game, but goes a long way. If you're accurate and efficient in your attacking play, the scrum is where you can set it up. No doubt the line-out, defense, discipline, all these sort of things all matter as this game unfolds. But it is Ospreys will have the feed to the scrum, and it's Ruben Morgan Williams with ball in hand. 15 metres in from this far touchline. On the Bulls' 10-metre mark, first scrum goes down. The referee has asked for a reset. It is a bit greasy underfoot, but it's the Vodacom Bulls who'll look to put some pressure on. You could potentially see the Ospreys put it in and out. Just to avoid that sort of pressure, look out for Quibus Visa in the locking position. Springboks, of course, have all the attention on their game this afternoon, but they'll have their people looking at these Springboks. How will they feature later on in the season, come end of year tour? But here come the Ospreys from first phase, should I say. Immediately they're going to score, just like that. Try time. Lethargic defense from the Vodacom Bulls. And immediately the Ospreys, within 2 minutes, via Keelan Giles, have the first score of the game. And Johan Ackerman will not be satisfied with that defensive effort there. David Creel just not coming across quick enough. You don't want to put the blame on an individual, but give credit where it's due. They stretched it right down this left-hand touchline, and the winger, Keelan Giles, goes over for the first try. The Bulls will be hoping that is just a blip on their preparations, but an ideal start. If you're a Welsh supporter, the conversion drifts past the left-hand upright, but it is a first score to the Ospreys. And just running out of numbers on defence, Keelan Giles, go, go, go. Try time. The rain looks like it stayed away for now as the Bulls look to go deep into the 22. Gathered by Dewey Lake, knocked on again by the Bulls. Playing a scrum advantage here, the referee. Morgan Williams at the base, told to use it by the referee. We're going to see a lot of aerial battles going on today. But this time around, he decides to put it safely into touch. Found a decent touch, but the Bulls have an attacking platform inside the opposition territory here. And it is Grobler to feed. He finds Jay van Heerden, and immediately it's a driving maul up and towards the 22 of the Ospreys. Go the Bulls. Not finding real traction, so Grobler breaks away. Gets over the advantage line. The Bulls want to secure possession. In over the ball, there are the Ospreys. The referee's going to award them the penalty. And it looks like it's Dewey Lake, the captain, leading from the front. The Bulls perhaps over-eager to get their next attacking phase underway. Not securing the ball at the breakdown. And the Ospreys showing early on that they mean business here at Loftus. The referee rightfully so awarding the penalty. And it's the fly half, Dan Edwards, who obliges with the penalty kick into touch to relieve some territorial pressure. In over the ball on his feet. Thank you very much. Dewey Lake, the captain, getting in over the ball, but it's the line out. Here's one, and away come the Ospreys again. It's going to be a second try. Would you believe it? Just like that. The Bulls are shell-shocked here at Loftus. And immediately within 5 minutes, or a little over 5 minutes, should I say, the Ospreys are in double figures. And the Bulls defensively in 6s and 7s, you feel. But the support line from Morgan Williams, the scrum off, that's what you do to get your second try for your team. The Ospreys this time around, make no mistake, with the conversion. They're up to 12-0. Less than 7 minutes gone. You wonder if it's just a communication issue. This side, of course, with a whole host of changes, the Vodacom Bulls, a new coaching team. Preparation, I'm sure, was good. But it all unfolds as the season gets underway. This time the restart again, deep into the 22, almost gathered by the Bulls. But it is Morgan Williams finding one of his tight forwards as they take it up, looking to create a better angle. This time, it's Marcel Coetzee in over the ball, and the Bulls are awarded the penalty. Caught holding on there was Garen Phillips, the loosehead, and the Bulls realise they potentially can't be knocking over 3 points well within range, but have actually decided to go for this far touchline and set up an attacking play deep inside the danger zone. 6 meters out, the Bulls go via JF and Hedden. Krobler at the back. They look to gain inch by inch here. Papier looking to get it clear. The Ospreys have disrupted it, but the Bulls hold on to possession for now. Marcel Coetzee looks to bump one. Still in possession, JF and Hedden. They're only 3 meters out. Looking for the big men to take it up just short. Here's an opportunity. Gumede just can't get there. But it's Marcel Coetzee who does. And more importantly for the Bulls fans as they wave the flag of the Bulls around the stands, they're happy. It's Marcel Coetzee gets it under the sticks. Just about guarantees them an extra 2 points. They needed that, the Vodacom Bulls. They're under pressure early on. 3 tries already. We haven't even had 10 minutes in the game. But Marcel Coetzee, the captain, taking it upon himself to go for the line, the stretch, the try, the conversion. The Bulls trail by 5. They're on the board, importantly so, with that score. You give your score predictions, folks, where you tuned in from around the world. I personally have missed you here on Forever Sports. Great to be back here for the first game of the season. It's rugby galore this afternoon. Of course, this is just the teaser for the big one, the Springboks against Argentina, looking to secure victory that will put them in real contention to take the title. Then, of course, live with Stevie P as the Ospreys kick off. This time they've gone deep into the 22. It's Papier at the base looking for a box kick. It's got some nice height. There is a contest, but a great take out of the air from the Ospreys there. Still in possession of the Ospreys. No! In over the ball is Gumede. You feel another forgotten son of Springbok rugby. attended some of the alignment camps under Erasmus. He'll be looking for a standout season to put his name in the hat. Of course, the Bulls without the likes of Cameron Hanekom and Elrich Lowe out injured. You've got to make the most of it while you can. Mpilo Gumede and the Ospreys kick it back to the Bulls after they didn't put it into touch. Cheswell Yusta can't find his man, but they still have possession. Put along the ground by Ambrose Papier, just not efficient in terms of the pass there. Cheswell Yusta, we know how dangerous he is with ball in hand. Devin Williams looking to break it up. Drawing a couple of defenders, finding Yusta. Williams wrapping around, but just not able to find him. It's worked out for the Bulls, though. They've got a line out. Centre field as they work their way over the 10-metre mark. It's Papier again. Van Heerden coming around the corner with pace. And a penalty for the Ospreys. It's Dewey Lake again. The Bulls are going to have their hands full this afternoon if he continues in this fashion. 2 steals already. Putting that Bulls breakdown under all sorts of pressure. But importantly for the Ospreys, they get to relieve pressure inside their own half via the boot of Dan Edwards. He does find touch. The Bulls cleaner is just late, you feel. Johan Grobler just a millisecond or two too late to clean the man, and Dewey Lake on his feet has all the rights to the ball. The Bulls are going to have to defend here for all they're worth. It's all gone loose at the moment, but it's Devin Williams. Looks to break away now. The Bulls want to straight in. Just can't get it into the hands. It's all a bit scrappy. This time it's David Creel. He had the likes of Cheswell just outside him. That could have been electric. But from the line out, overthrown by the Ospreys. And then you feel a comedy of errors. But the Bulls managing to get it clear. Devin Williams drawing some defenders, but then it was Creel who received the pass from Devin Williams, who couldn't find his man, straight into touch. And here come the Ospreys with the driving maul of their own. What does the referee say here? "12 points to 7 it is, in case you've missed the opening stanza. There was a contest from the Bulls. It looks like it's not straight. We're on the 10-metre mark on this near touchline Bulls territory. And it will be the Bulls, in fact, who will have the scrum down. In case you missed the results from last night, in terms of the South African teams, the Stormers victorious over the defending champions 35-0. Yes, you heard that correctly. Unfortunately, though, 1 out of 2 for the South African side. So far, the Sharks going down to Glasgow Warriors, the champions of 2023-24 season, by 35 points to 19. The Sharks away from home. Watching both those games, the Stormers were all over Leinster. Leinster, of course, without some of their big names, injury enforced, and of course, some big players to return. No doubt they'll be better. But a massive result, I beg your pardon, for John Dobson and his side, as the Ospreys take it from the line out. We're on the 10-metre mark on this far touchline. Looking to make headway. This time the Bulls' defence resolute. Looking to get it out the back. Kasende beating one, goes to ground, still in possession. We're up to the 4th phase now, not over the advantage line, still chasing that 10-metre mark of the Bulls' territory. The Bulls look a little bit more desperate on defence. Kasinde, can he find support? He does. It's away again for the Ospreys. The chip ahead, the chase is on. Who wants it? It's Ambrose Papier who gets back. But we see the injection of Daniel Kasinde in that back line for the Ospreys, gaining some traction. And they were almost away there. The chip ahead, the chase was on. But the cover from Ambrose Papier was on point, as Keegan Johannes will get us underway with the goal line dropout. It's gone into touch. The Bulls conceding possession again, though. They won't be enjoying playing this game inside their own half. The bounce of the rugby ball on that occasion favouring the Bulls. Was Harry Deeves there, who showed a good turn of pace on that far touchline, the flanker, putting a little chip. Who says forwards can't play with skill? The Bulls making a mess of that one at line-out time. It's going to be a scrum to the Ospreys. A lot of early unforced errors here from the Bulls. Back within a score, but they're really not getting themselves in any sort of motion, should I say. Still stuck in second gear. Still very early in the season, but they want to start hitting their strides. Story of the Bulls in the Vodacom URC, of course. So near yet so far in 3 finals. And not able to pinch any of them. Lost a home final, of course, in that 23-24 season to the Glasgow Warriors. Went down to Leinster last season. Heartbreaking. The Bulls putting all sorts of pressure on at scrum time, but it is Edwards who comes away with it on the 10-metre mark, centre field. Penalty to the Bulls, tackling the man without the ball there. A bit of a coach killer. A bit over eager there. Was the inside centre, Kieran Williams. The Bulls with an opportunity to clear into touch from this penalty inside Ospreys territory. Massive pressure on that far side. Gerard Stennekamp warming up. He's getting ready for the end of year tour, should I say. You feel he'll be in the mix if he stays fit. The Bulls get another line out. No unforced error on that occasion. Papier to Sebastian de Klerk. It's brought to ground. The Bulls just can't pick it up, but still have possession. Centre field just over the 10-metre mark of the Ospreys territory. Papier, left to right. Here's their space. Creel runs into contact, but he's brought to ground. The Bulls looking for a punch just to make some sort of headway. The referee's whistle has gone. Someone's gone down. It's Kobus Visa, not good news. We know he likes the robust stuff, but on that occasion, the rugby collision, unforgiving for Kobus Visa. He's down. Surely you feel he's going to have to go for an HIA. Was there any head contact? What does the referee say here? Was it Dewey Lake, the captain? Surely that's got to be a penalty then to the Bulls. Are they having a look at it? The big screen, the TMO is coming into contention. A little bit of drama here unfolding, but more importantly, we hope OSPRESYS is okay. OSPRESYS, of course, the brother to Jasper Wiese, the Springbok 8th man. Talking about the Wiese, there must be something they're drinking in that family, because they got the power, the skill, the passion to dominate opposition. But on that occasion, as he dipped down, he ran in to the shoulder of the Ospreys player on the chin flush. Surely you feel this has got to be a yellow card, if any sort of consistency is the order of the day. It's actually what the fans demand, is a bit of consistency. Bedavelli, just in consultation with the TMO. Not so convinced at the moment, the TMO. Looking to earn his worth this afternoon. Taking another look. What do you want to look at, sir? It's a yellow card. Off-field bunker review. Let's get on with it. The fans have come here for a spectacle. And I get you want to make the right decision, but sometimes you feel things take just a little bit too long. So there's no hit contact. The referee was almost convinced a moment ago that it was foul play, but the TMO has overruled him, you feel. But we're going to restart with the Bulls scrum. The fans are not happy. The Bulls fans, of course. Depends what side of the fence you're on. Contentious call. Look out, we're yet to see a lot of those this season. Everything is happening dynamically. We understand that. But you feel the Welsh or Ospreys defender could have been a little bit lower there. Nonetheless, almost 3 minutes has been eaten up. Time, of course, was off on the clock. We're just finishing up in this first quarter. The Bulls will have a put in. 20 metres in from this far touchline. They get the penalty at scrum time. And it's the loose head of the Ospreys under all sorts of pressure. Garen Phillips can't deal with the heat, son. Get out of the kitchen here at Loftus. The rain seems to be staying away for now. No doubt it'll still be slippery, but the Bulls have decided to put it into touch. And they're only 5 metres out from this far touchline towards the try line. Grobler will look to find his man. More than likely, we won't see a contest from the Ospreys. We don't. That means a driving maul. The Bulls want to go one way, and that's to the try line. Can they get it over? It's over the line. The referee's sticking his head in there. He's getting in there. And he's made the call of held up. Right down in the thick of things was the referee, and in fact, he's going to go up to the TMO. The TMO, by the end of this game, might be asking for a raise. He's getting involved again. We saw him some minutes ago involved with the call on OSPRESYS. He seems to be okay. I said those visas are tough buggers. You saw what a difference, should I say, Jasper made in that game against the All Blacks. His brother, Kobus, will be looking to continue in that vein. Do we see a grounding? It's Marcel Coetzee with ball in hand. Do we see a grounding? Well, it's not up to me. It's up to the TMO and the referee. That looks like a grounding to me. Then the referee comes in and almost sticks his head under the sternum of Marcel Coetzee to check what's going on. It is a try, and the Bulls draw level. Marcel Coetzee, the captain of this Vodacom Bulls side, gets his second, and an opportunity now for the Bulls to go into the lead, should I say, after an early onslaught from the Ospreys. 2 quick tries, but nothing since. As we head into the second quarter, Keegan Johannes collects himself, takes one look at the posts. Strike is good. Unfortunately, the flag stayed down. But it is 12 apiece. And it's that man, Marcel Coetzee, who gets the try. We're back at level peggings. They can breathe slightly easier, but they've got to get that defensive communication in order. We haven't seen much of Jan Serfontein yet. How will he feature in this Bulls game plan this season? Spent a long time in France. He's back in the running. Still has something to give as the Ospreys get it back from the restart and look to stretch this Bulls defense. Great work from Cheswell Yuster, but they recycle the Ospreys. It's turned over. Scrum advantage. Can the Bulls capitalize here? There's space now. Ambrose Papier can't find his way through. Grobler has to go and play scrum off. They're working their way up to their own 10-meter mark, working towards this near touchline. Cheswell Yuster picks up the loose ball, but it's knocked on, says the referee. Not the best of hands there from Serfontein, trying to inject himself into this game. But we haven't seen much of the Bulls' backline function from first phase ball as of yet. And somebody's down in back play for the Bulls. I'm not sure who it is at this stage. Time off for the moment. Looks like it's Keegan Johannes. No, in fact, it's Ambrose Papier. He seems to be okay. Or Devin Williams, in fact. Devin Williams is up and about. Just a bit of stop-start at the moment. Kind of what you would expect for the first game of the season. The Bulls will have to defend inside their own half. Previous scrum down, Ospreys were penalised. Can they hold their own? Will we see Channel 1 ball here? Another penalty to the Bulls at scrum time, putting on all sorts of pressure on the scrum of the Ospreys. Strong first quarter from the Welsh side, but if you're going to give away penalties like that, you're going to be made to pay as the Bulls put it into touch. Outside the 22 on this near touchline inside Ospreys territory. You look at that contact on Devin Williams, you feel there was a bit of head contact. TMO, the referee, not choosing to look at that. Line out for the Bulls, they go to the back. Off the top, up here. Serfontein takes it up. The Bulls want a secure possession, taken up by Cheswell. You're still looking for some work. The World Cup winning junior Bok. The Bulls just outside the 22 as they play this blind side. Marcel Coetzee over the advantage line. He's had a massive 25 minutes up to this point. The loose pass. And the Bulls concede possession. Just not communicating well enough, you feel, to get that ball through the hands. The Ospreys put it upfield with the boot. Keegan Johannes, he wants to run it. Gets over the halfway line. It's still Papier. Devin Williams. Sebastian de Klerk has been rather quiet. Gets over the advantage line, importantly so. Could see again, robust as ever. Working their way to the 10-meter mark. Keegan Johannes running it to the line. Serfontaine looks for Krill. They put it on the boot. Here come the Ospreys now. Keelan Giles picks up the loose ball. We're inside Bulls territory. You got to release the tackled player. He didn't do so. And the Bulls, you feel, getting a little bit frustrated at the moment. The orchestrators of their own demise, you feel. David Creel put it on the boot, but it was deflected off an Ospreys defender. Just not able to put their phase play into double figures at the moment, the Vodacom Bulls. The scores are level, but now they're going to have to defend inside their own danger zone as the Ospreys put it out. 13 meters from the Bulls' try line on this near touchline via the boot of Edwards. Dewey Lake to feed. Will we see a contest from the Bulls? They do go up. But off the top, here come the Ospreys now with the real opportunity, you feel, after that fast start. Morgan Williams, I beg your pardon. Looking for Buerta, finding him, he's brought to ground. Garen Phillips takes it up. The loose head as they set up another ruck. Will they look to play down this blind side? They'll look to get it to Kasende, but this time it's the Ospreys who put it into touch. Unfortunately, the ball not going to hand. What does the assistant referee want to have a look at? Was there a hand in there from one of the Bulls players? If so, it's going to be a yellow. Was that really necessary? Sometimes it's also just instinct. Remember, as we said, this game is being played dynamically. Mornay Fanikak, shout out. How on the flip is that not a red card on the high tackle? Brother, how they come to their decisions, sometimes we don't know. We don't want to say it's the wrong decision, but I can hear your argument loud and clear. Didn't want to repeat the expletives here. On Forever Sports, we go on this rugby journey for the whole family, Mornay, but shout out where you tuned in from, brother. It looks like it's Sebastian de Klerk who got a hand in there. No real attempt to catch the ball. There was cover defense coming across, but it's instinct that takes precedent. It's going to be a yellow card to the Bulls. That decision, quite a formality. In fact, it's Devin Williams, not Sebastian de Klerk, who's going to go to the bin. He was out on that left wing. So the Bulls will have to rely on Keegan Johannes to cover the back play, as they will be without a fullback, and into touch they go. You feel Daniel Kasende, had he got that ball, he could have made a claim for the try line, but there was cover defense. Irrespective, you can't be sticking a hand out. You'll get punished. That's exactly what happened. Can the Bulls come away with it? They do. Great work from the Vodacom Bulls as Marcel Coetzee looks to take it into contact. Massive hit on him, but he does recycle the ball. Ambrose Papier to Keegan Johannes will look to find touch. Safely so, and a relieving kick. Under pressure on their own try line on this far touchline were the Vodacom Bulls. But it's the Ospreys who have themselves to blame, really. Prime position in the red danger zone to take this lead back after the fast start. But the Vodacom Bulls doing well to pluck it from the line out and relieve some pressure. But here come the Ospreys again. Straightening the line, but brought to ground on the 10-meter mark. Vodacom Bulls territory. The Bulls down to 14. Remember, can Ospreys find a way to capitalize? As this game has grown on, the Bulls, you feel, have grown in defense, but they're going to have to be resolute now. They're down a man on defense. They've got to keep it tight. They've got to communicate, but still in possession. We've yet to see a side really go into double figures in terms of phases to break down the defense, but they're stretching the Bulls now as they look to work their way over the 10-meter mark. Williams, the scrum off, finds one of his tight forwards. Centre field from right to left, out the back, as they look to stretch them again. Deves looks to break away. He does find support. And it's the fullback, Jack Welsh, who'll go over, exploiting the one-man advantage to full effect. And deservedly so, back in the lead. 17-12 with the kick to come. But Harry Deves in the trams, drawing enough attention from the defence. And then just holding up the ball in time for Welsh to come flying through. And no hand was laid on him. Easy as you like, easy like a Sunday morning. Underneath the sticks, Dan Edwards should add the extra 2. Little under 9 minutes to play, and it's the away side. We have 3 tries to their name. One short of a bonus point already. Just on the half-hour mark. The conversion sails through. But Harry Deves doing enough to hold off Cheswell Euster. Long enough for Jack Welsh to come through. Up, and over for the try. The coaching booth of the Ospreys are delighted. Not so much the Bulls fans at the moment. Troyden Wainwright, what's the score, brother? It's now 19 points to 12 in favour of the Ospreys. John Stewart, hope you guys get to 100k subs. Started watching you guys years ago during the Bokke versus British and Irish Lions. Shout out John Stewart for your unfailing support. We appreciate you, brother. Where you tuned in from? Campo 675. Ha ha! All those fools that was always saying Serfontaine instead of Delende. Yeah, he's had a quiet game. You don't want to judge him on this couple of minutes we've seen in this first half. Let's see how he goes for the rest of the game. But you've got to be objective. Delende has proven himself at the highest stage. Serfontaine, you feel what could have been so many years ago, chose to go to France. But a very talented player in his own right. So let's give him a chance. Campo 675, where you tuned in from? Give us those comments. Give us your score predictions. If you want to talk a little bit of Bokke Rugby as well as we build up, why not? get us in the mood for that Bok game. Time is off for the moment. We're looking at what exactly are we looking at? The TMO has been heavily influential in this game up to this point. Johan 213, shout out Johan! It's that man Johan who says Bulls like my fruit so fair. Not what you would have expected. Don't want to make excuses, but it is the first game of the season. What are we looking at? Some foul play here from an Ospreys defender. Was it the lock forward? Rhys Davies. Was there any arms, any wrap? No foul play here. Again, some minutes eaten up. Fortunately, the clock has stopped. The Bulls fans asking for the TMO, but they've been there, brother. They said nothing is at fault in terms of that defense from Rhys Davies. We're going to restart with the line out. It's Grobler on this far touchline. Bulls on their 22. Pilo Gomede takes it from Kutsia. It's Papir who puts it up now with a contestable. Has he got enough height on it? No. Kasende. Good hands. Too many missed tackles, you feel, by the Bulls. Still in possession, the Ospreys. Looking to stretch this Bulls defense again. Exploiting them out wide. Can they find support? Kokanasiga put it on the boot. The Bulls look to recycle, but they've knocked it on in the process. We're 5 meters out from the Bulls' try line on this near touchline and under all sorts of pressure. We saw that beautifully weighted pass, stretching the Bulls' defense, of course, still playing with only 14 men. Cheswell used in all sorts of frenzy on defense. Got back there, but in the process knocked it on. It's going to be an Osprey scrum down. John Stewart says, I'm good. Old South African tuning in from New Zealand. Up at midnight listening to you, man. Well, what a pleasure. The honor is mine, John Stewart. No matter where you are in the world, we appreciate every single one of you. We are because of the fans. We appreciate your feedback as well. I'll try and get to as much of it as I can as this game unfolds. But in real time, it's the Ospreys ahead by 19 points to 12. And a real opportunity, you feel, with just a little under 5 minutes before half time to get 2 scores clear. The Bulls have to stay strong on defense. Big scrum. But where can the Ospreys exploit the one-man advantage? It's Williams at the base looking for them to come around the corner. Moriarty takes it up. He's brought to ground. Little snipe from Williams. That man Williams is just short. There's 2 meters in it now. Will we see the pick and go from the Ospreys, putting this Bulls side under all sorts of pressure? There it is. There it is. Try time. And that's the bonus point for the Ospreys. Welsh Rugby might be in all sorts of trouble, but this Ospreys side have come out firing in this first half, up to 24 with the kick to come. And it's Kieran Williams who gets the try. The inside centre. Pick and go. Go, go, go. And try time. Importantly, just about under the 6. The conversion will make it 26. The Bulls trail by 2 converted tries. What Will the half-time team talk look like Johan Ackerman looks like a no-nonsense man? He's going to have to come up with a no-nonsense approach. This Bull side have looked rather average in this first half. Seems like there's a couple of Ospreys fans in the crowd clapping them on. The majority of the Loftus crowd stunned to silence for the moment. Troyden Wainwright says, come on, Bulls, get it together. They're not feeding off your advice at the moment, Troyden. Campo 675 from George, hoping our franchises have a good URC this year. Need that trophy to come back to SA again. We spoke about it earlier, Campo. The Stormers, of course, have a title to their name, but it's the Bulls who've come so close on a number of occasions, but just can't get it over the line. Normally you find even the Irish sides, the Scottish teams, the Italian sides, Welsh sides, they struggle away from home. But not so today for the Ospreys. The Bulls, though, in possession. Up to the 22. David Creel brought to ground as they look to play this far blind side. The Bulls need to get some phases together here. Papier. Nicholas Janssen van Rensburg has also been quiet. Takes it up. It's Kumere. With the offload, the Bulls looking to keep it alive. They do so. Enterprising play at the moment from the Bulls with just 14 men on the field. Serfontaine. Lovely break from the inside centre. He's brought to ground just 6 meters short. Krobler. Can they keep it alive now and get a score before half time, should I say? They desperately need it. JF van Heerden looks to pick and go. 4 meters out. 3 meters out. Here they come again, the Bulls. 2 meters out, inch by inch. Play by play. It's advantage to the Bulls now. It's a free play here. Surely now, David Creel. Just short. Let it come, Ospreys. Let it come. Papier, one of his tight forwards. Work in tandem, the Bulls still under penalty advantage. Here's an opportunity. The Bulls can't make it count. Trying to shift the ball too quickly and in the process losing it, but they're going to come back for a penalty. We're 5 meters out, just about under the sticks. It's a tap and go from Marcel Coetzee. Looking for a hat-trick, just short. The Bulls have got to get on their bicycle and start pedaling now. Steenekamp, Krobler, here's a try! Simply sensational. Backs against the wall, the Vodacom Bulls. But they're back within a score. You feel with this conversion to come will be an extra 2 points. And they'll be up to 19. There's a few cents a minutes left in change in this first half. But it's Johan Krobler who gets over for the try. Blow ball boer. That's what they say. Where's Steve Hofmeyer now when you need them just to get this fans back behind their home side? Die blou bal weet nie van verloor af nie. They're going to have to do more. They still trail by 7. It's 26 points to 19. Johan 2-1-3. Hier kom 'n lekker pak vir die Bulls. Johan 2-1-3. Not yet. Not just yet. They're going to have to clean it up tremendously in that second half. That's to follow. Time almost up in this first half. Credit has to go to the Ospreys. 7 tries in this first half. 4 to the away team. 3 out of 4 conversions, the Bulls. 3 tries. 2 out of 3 conversions, and that will be half time. It is the Ospreys ahead by 26 points to 19. Campo 675 says the worst I've seen the Bulls in a long time. Mark Sony says bring back Jake White. Yeah, that's a topic that we could have a discussion about. Jake White, of course, a World Cup winning coach. You feel he just lost the dressing room towards that latter part of the season. And once you lose the players, well, here's your evidence. But we have to get behind Jan Ackerman. And at the moment, he's under all sorts of complications in terms of the way the Bulls are playing. Trail by 26 points to 19, folks. I'll see you in just a little bit for the second half. Please do stay tuned as we build up, of course, and get our tasters and our taste buds wet for that Springbok game later on live, of course, here on Forever Sports with Stevie P. I'll see you in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back here on Forever Sports. We're almost underway for the second half. Not great viewing if you're a Bulls fan in that first half. The Ospreys deservedly in the lead by 26-19 as we get underway. By the boot of Keegan Johannes. The Ospreys allow it to bounce loose. But a knock-on, says the referee. Federico Vedavelli from the Bulls. Marcel Coetzee just with the hand in there, couldn't hold on to it. The Bulls in the right area of the field. But you must feel there were some stern words from Johan Ackerman and his coaching contingent in that half-time break. Just to tell the Bulls, you played the power game, but let's wear them down now. At scrum time, we've seen them get traction. But trailing on the scoreboard, pick up on the point there by Campo 675, who says perhaps altitude will make the Ospreys fold later in the second half. The Bulls at scrum time all over the Ospreys. They have possession back. Penalty advantage to the Bulls here inside the 22. 15 metres in from this near touchline, playing from left to right. They're just about centre field now. Papier. The Bulls look to hit hard over the gain line, playing under a penalty advantage. Mornay Smith takes it up, the tight head prop. Papier. Slow ball at the moment for the Bulls. But still hold on to possession. David Creel. He needs to get lower. He's had the ball stripped. But it is going to be a penalty to the Bulls. They want to strike first and potentially draw level here in this game. Warren van Aswegen, all those babies that were crying because Jake White hurt their feelings. Now they need to man up. Point well taken. Everyone's so quiet. We're on this rugby journey, but how is everybody doing? Are you looking forward to the box? If you want a shout out, I give you my word, I'll do my best to give you just that as the Bulls put it into touch and set up the driving maul. Grobler has it at the back. Fractured at maul time for the Ospreys. The Bulls want to get it clear. There's an opportunity, Johannes, out wide. The Ospreys get it back from the kick pass. But it's another penalty. The Ospreys in that first half secured the bonus point. Now they'll be looking to keep their wits about them in the second half, which would be, you feel, a crucial victory away from home. But still a lot of game time left in this round one Vodacom URC clash. Keegan Johannes obliges and puts it into touch. Grobler will feed. They want to get going, the Bulls. No contest. Looking for the driving maul, the Bulls inch forward. It's another penalty advantage. We're on yellow card territory, you feel. Papier looks for a little snipe, can't get through. Good defense, but they're only a metre short. The Bulls look for another pick and go. The referee's blown the whistle. No try. What does he do here? In the danger zone, giving away consecutive penalties. Official team warning. The next one's going to go. The Bulls need to turn this pressure into points, you feel. Still trailed by 7, Johannes. With the deja vu, put it into touch. Set up the line out. Route 1, the Bulls, you feel. From the Bulls here, it's a driving maul, no contest again. They've done well to repel it for the moment, but here come the Bulls. It's going, it's going, it's over for the try. And it is that man, Johan Grobler, who gets over for the try. That's his second try. 2 apiece to Marcel Coetzee and Johan Grobler, respectively. Importantly for the Bulls, they do turn the pressure into points. And they get their bonus point try. Too much brute force. You feel the Bulls are going to have to come up with some sort of fluidity, you feel, in their back line. But in terms of their forward play, they've got the ascendancy. Can they wear this Osprey side down? Keegan Johannes not striking the ball all too well this afternoon. Fades away past the right-hand upright. They can't draw level, but they're within 2 points now, the Vodacom Bulls. It's 26 to the Ospreys. 24 to the Vodacom Bulls. Just leaking too many points for the liking of Johan Ackerman, the Vodacom Bulls, in that first half. 26 points. Although they did well to come back and score first here in the second half. They're putting themselves under pressure. Kasende can't hold on to the restart. Egan Johannes wants to run it out. He's well met on defence. Here comes the counter-ruck from the Ospreys. Great counter-ruck, but they're going to come back for no advantage. Kasende did well to get in the air, almost pinched it. But it's going to be the Bulls with the scrum down inside their own 22. Or about 20 metres in, 15 metres in fact, from this near touchline. They've not had it all their own way at scrum down. Scrum time, should I say, the Ospreys. Can the Bulls orchestrate a scrum penalty here with the relieving kick? I don't want to preempt it. And it is going to be a scrum penalty to the Bulls. The Ospreys on the far side. The loosehead side of the Ospreys not able to keep his weight. And the Bulls get a penalty. Johannes puts it into touch. Working it between the 10-metre mark and halfway on this near touch line of Bulls territory. They've got to be able to capitalise on that dominance. It doesn't help. You have a strong scrum set. In fact, we're just inside Ospreys territory. Serfontaine to Krill. Getting over the advantage line now are the Bulls. Quick ball. Not a dummy runners for the Bulls, but just almost running into each other. Not as fluid as they would like. Papier to Big J van Heerden. They're on halfway. Stuck just about where the line-out took place. No territorial advantage. Shaping for the kick. Here's Papier. He's put it, you feel, just a tad too far. Inside the 22 and the mark. Cleanly taken. Too much weight on the kick. You want the accuracy to be on point if you're going to get your chasers involved in the game. But the Ospreys put it into touch safely so. Any score predictions for the box game this afternoon, folks? Where are you tuned in from around the world? Or if you're in South Africa, where are you? We want to hear you here on Forever Sports. Are we saving our energy for the box game? Fair game, fair dinkum. The Bulls get the line out as they look to spread it now. Cheswell Yuster with his first opportunity to break away. Cheswell Yuster just can't hold on to it. It's going to be a scrum down to the Ospreys. But just a glimpse there of what Cheswell Yuster can do, given some space. Troyden Wainwright watching from Cape Town. I take it, Troyden, you're a Bull supporter? Or are you just a South African supporter? If you're a Stormers supporter, you'd be happy with last night's performance, 35-0 against Leinster. No doubt Jock Nienaber will not be happy with that. Brought a young side over here, of course, Leinster, with their second away game to the Vodacom Bulls next weekend. But we know how they can punish you. If the Ospreys are putting the Bulls under all sorts of defensive pressure, what are Leinster going to do? They've got to shore it up. Take the opportunities. And by that, I mean take 5 points here today. But it's proving to be perhaps a little bit more difficult than anticipated. But safely into touch from the Ospreys. Tom Florence putting it out to the replacement. Scrum down has not been a favourable talking point for the Ospreys, but managing to get that ball clear. Relieve some pressure, but Johan Grobler has ball in hand to feed this line-out set play. It's important here. The Bulls capitalise. They're between the Ospreys 10-metre mark and 22 on this far touchline. They've been pretty efficient at line-out time. Not too many contests, though, from the Ospreys. As the Bulls now look to feed it out the back. Here's an opportunity. Cheswell Yuster, one way to the try line. Hip, hip, hooray. You beauty. And that's what he'll do to you. And the Bulls, for the first time in the game, take the lead by 29 points to 26. And Cheswell Yuster, remember the name. World Cup winner with the junior box, was invited to an alignment camp along with Hashim Peed, Batlabilo Lekani as well, the other junior box, in that alignment camp. And they've got their eyes on him. And it seems, for all intents and purposes, there the Ospreys took their eyes off him. And if you do that, you pay the price. Cheswell Yuster, simply sensational. Johannes now to add the extra 2. Can he find his range? No, he can't. In fact, you could have put another set of posts next to the ones already there, and he still would have missed. Fading well past the right and upright, but look at the injection of pace. This time the Bulls backline functioning at full tilt. Troyden Wainwright, Stormers supporter, but I support any team in the URC, any SA team in fact. True rugby man, true South African. And the Bulls, for the first time in this third quarter, the 53rd minute, are in the lead. Can they stretch it now? Taken back into the 22. They can't kick it out. This time Papier puts it high. A lot of height on it. The Bulls are going to get it back. Surely that's a penalty, offside. The Ospreys player there on the ground having a picnic and then deciding to just grab onto Keegan Johannes. Harry Deeves. You saw him full of running, but a real coach killer there. Can't get it into touch, though, the Bulls with their own unforced error. Unfortunately for the Ospreys, fortunately for the Bulls, it's worked out. Knocked on by the Ospreys. It's going to be a scrum down to the Bulls. We're inside Ospreys territory here. You feel that it was quite cynical from Deeves. If it were in a different area of the field, he could have been seeing yellow. But then the Bulls' unforced error by not getting the ball into touch, allowing the Ospreys to play, but they've knocked it on. It all works out in the end. Ambrose Papier with ball in hand. Can we find some sort of stability at scrum time? Ambrose Papier told to use it by the referee. They play down this left-hand side. Here's an opportunity for Sebastian de Klerk. And the Bulls not able to secure the ball at ruck time, over eager to get their attacking set play grooving, but you've got to get to the basics first. Sebastian de Klerk opting to come in field, but then just not securing the ball on the ground were the cleaners. The Ospreys legally over the ball. They get a penalty. They'll put it into touch. Great work from Daniel Kasende there, you see. In over the ball. On his feet. He's had a strong performance. Here's the new recruit. The Bulls with the defensive line out here. Dewey Lake finds his man. The Ospreys looking to work their way to halfway. Little chip over the top from the scrum half. Is it into space? Cheswell Euster looks to break away. Full of running is the right winger. Papier. Wonderful kick from Ambrose Papier. You can't buy experience. Saw there was no one in back play from inside his own half, from the base. And it's a 50-22. The Bulls will have an attacking line out on this far touchline. Great vision from the scrum half. Another player who had a strong season in the Vodacom URC last season was Ambrose Papier, showing his worth on that occasion as the Bulls won an uncontested line out. They look to drive it ahead. It's an advantage to the Bulls. Another free play here. Can they make something of it? The Bulls still have it. Wrestling, wriggling their way towards the try line. 5 meters out. Ambrose Papier out the back. Egan Johannes trying to throw a miracle ball. But in the process there, David Creel not able to hold on to it. We're coming back for the penalty. And if you remember the team warning early on in the game, in that first half, it's cost the Ospreys a man to the sin bin. They'll be playing with 14. James Fender is going to go off the field. You got to sit out for 10 minutes, son. The Bulls would want to capitalize here. It's not about the setback. It's about the comeback. And the Bulls have come back strong in the second half as they look to drive their way towards the try line. It's over. It's hat-trick territory for Johan Grobler. Throwing his name in the hat to Rassie Rasmus and co. Saying, I know you've got the likes of Manus van der Merwe, the versatile Jan Hendrik Wessels in the current Springbok setup, but don't forget about me. I'll go and collect me 3 tries this afternoon. And the Bulls have try number 6. The conversion now from Egan Johannes. The strike is good this time. It's over. It's the extra 2 that the Bulls so desperately needed. They've created a 2-score buffer here. 36 points to 26. Campo 675. It seems for the moment your words are ringing true. The Ospreys running out of steam at the moment here at altitude at Loftus. And it's the Bulls in this second half that have come out firing. Trailing by 7 at half time. They find themselves 10 points in the lead. The restart outside the 22 taken in by the Bulls. Another penalty. And these penalties will hurt you, even though not in a kickable position, allowing the Bulls to relieve territorial pressure. Robert Friedhorn, Bull supporter from Douglas Dale, Joburg. Shout out, Robert. There he is. And if you're a Bull supporter like Robert, you can't help but smiling. They've turned it around in the second half. A little bit more cheer in the crowd. A little bit more fluidity in the back line as they look to stretch this Ospreys defence. Devin Williams can't free it up for Cheswell. Euster has to take it to ground. But recycled by the Bulls. And it's the Bulls doing all the attacking play at the moment. Great work here. Here's an opportunity for Serfontein. It is Jan Serfontein. Was that show and go there from Nicholas Janse van Rensburg? I'd wait to see. Yes, it is. And the support running from Jan Serfontein gets his first try back at Loftus. And he said, Roots, you critiqued me in the first half. I'll come back with something and silence you. He's done just that. Lovely little dummy. It is Nicholas Janse van Rensburg. Perhaps still also on the Bok radar with the injuries to the likes of Lotte Jauche and Salman Murat. It's going to be interesting to see the squad chosen come the end of year tour for the Boks. Will someone like Jan Serfontein still have something to offer? He's got the 5-pointer. Can they make it 7, Johannes? He didn't bring his compass with him today. Another miss. But that's try number 7. And it's a blowout here in the second half. Jan Serfontein gets over for the try. What better way to silence your critics than to just get over the whitewash for a 5-pointer? But some breathing room now for the Bulls, ahead by 41 to 26. Robert Friedhorn says Cheswell is amazing. I predict he'll be in the Bok World Cup squad. Just the fact that he was invited to the lineman camp. I get your vibes, Robert. Loud and clear. The Ospreys now have to start playing. We're into the final quarter. They trailed by 15. They've got to score 3 tries to get ahead in this game and not allow the Bulls any more points in this game. If they're serious about winning up to this point, they've only got a bonus point for scoring 4 tries of their own. At 7 tries to 4. Not making much headway on the Bulls' 10-meter mark at the moment. Penalty to the Ospreys. 20 meters in from this far touchline. It's the Bulls infringing. At ruck time, not rolling away was the tackler. This game has really opened up in the second half. And they've decided to put it into touch. We're only about 10 meters out on this far touch line from the Bulls try line. Dewey Lake finds his man. No contest from the Bulls. They're looking to defend them all. Inching forward, Dewey Lake at the back with the ball tucked under the arm. They want to use it now. Williams finds one of his tight forwards as they look to get ahead over the advantage line. They've done so. They're only 6 meters short now. It's a penalty advantage to the Ospreys. Can they get it clear? No, they can't. But playing under penalty advantage, they will come back. Tackle off the ball, says the referee. The Bulls under pressure now. Is there any gas left in the tank for this Osprey side to make a comeback? There's still time. It's a tap and go. Not even opting for the line out. Centre field, 5 meters out. The Bulls defending for all they're worth here. This is going to be danger territory for the Bulls, giving away consecutive penalties. What's the referee have to say? Is this an official team warning now? It is an official team warning. Marcel could see us saying, folks, come together, come here. We can't let this slip now. We didn't have the start we wanted, but let's dictate this game on our own terms. Let's stick to the basics. Let's keep our wits about us. Let's keep our discipline. Let's keep this Osprey side out. Robert, unfortunately, at the moment, we're having some issues with the scoreboard. I do sincerely and humbly apologize. It is 41-26 to the Bulls, but the Ospreys have got to try sniping around the base. And they're not going to go away just yet. The Ospreys, via Morgan Morse, get over for their 5th try. They still got some work to do. But you feel the Bulls just kind of switched off there for a moment. So desperate not to give away another yellow card, perhaps a little bit lackadaisical on defense. Around the pillar, no one there. And it's just those milliseconds. The Ospreys proactive, the Bulls reactive, and not reactive in time as the Bulls go deep with the restart to Kasende, who takes it cleanly. They have the safety of the 22, 15 meters in from this near touchline. The Ospreys with an opportunity to perhaps put up the contestable. And they opt to put it into touch. As he took the kick, Williams just slipped there. Not perhaps the trajectory he would have wanted. He's a bit greasy underfoot. Nicholas Janssen van Rensburg has had a quiet game, you feel, but that little show and go, that's what we'll remember because it set up a try. To Cheswell Juster. In fact, to Serfontein, I beg your pardon. The Bulls get the line out centre field now. Looking to play. Oh, the Bulls, David Creel. He's got pace. Does he have support? Sebastian de Klerk as the Bulls are 5 meters out and 5 meters in from this far touchline. They got to play open side. Try time. Just like that. I almost blinked and I almost missed it. But it is try number 8 for the Bulls. Breathing room again. Jean Els, the replacement hooker. Johan Grobler got 3 to his name. Jean Els picking up right where he left off. But what a run from David Krill. Just couldn't find the support. The loose ball popped up favourably for the Bulls. And head down, John Els goes over. Keegan Johannes with the conversion attempt. This time, he's been a bit topsy-turvy, but makes no mistake. The Bulls up to 48. He's going to have to fix his goal kicking. You know, goal kickers can have an off day. You know, just on that, we've given Manie Lebox so much grief over the time that he's played for the Boks. But let's give him his flowers when he played against New Zealand in Wellington, coming on early in that game, kicking at 90-odd%. We still certainly are behind you, Manie Lebox. We sometimes are too critical when people do bad things. But when people do good things, we stay quiet. So Keegan Johannes will have the opportunity in the season to fix that. Fortunately for the Bulls, it's not a close game. Hacked ahead, but safely grounded by Keelan Giles there. Got a try to his name as well. The Bulls pumping that upfield. It's going to be a goal line dropout. 15 points, the difference, importantly so, more than 2 converted tries. Jan Ackerman will be much more at peace with the second half. Stern words, perhaps a few expletives in that half-time tunnel to get the Bulls pedaling at full tilt in the second half. Only conceded the 1 try, and that's been the Ospreys' undoing. They've allowed the lead to slip. And they have a lot of work to do as the Bulls play down this blind side now, looking to stretch the Ospreys' defence. Marcel Coetzee relentless with ball carrying. The Bulls still keep it alive. Centre field. Jan Serfontein finding Mpilo Gomede. They want to keep it alive now. The Bulls, is there an opportunity? The ball just going into touch on this near touchline, about 7 meters from the Ospreys line. And it is Villy Leroux on the field, the Springbok Centurion, looking to close out this game. The mercurial fullback of the Springboks and the Vodacom Bulls. As the Bulls win the line out, they're only 3 meters out, looking for try number 9. It's a pick and go from the Bulls here. Chikwini. A little over 9 minutes to go. You feel a try now will all but seal it for the Bulls as they go wide. Surely now, Cheswell Yuster with the finish. The razzle-dazzle. Just give me the ball, son. Just give me the ball. I'll show you what I can do. I'll give you 5 points. Thank you. Just like that. And you feel it's all but done now. The comeback from the Bulls after trailing 12 points to 0. Fast start from the Ospreys. But you feel they've run themselves into the ground. And the Bulls will feel there are definitely areas where they need to sharpen up come Leinster next weekend. But they've hit a half century of points. And it is David Creel who's taken over the kicking duties just to take some pressure off Keegan Johannes. Creel, he also can't find his range. Goal kicking, they've left a lot of points out there. They could have been 60 plus, the Bulls, with the conversions they've missed. But enterprising play, stretching the Ospreys defence and then getting it out wide to the finisher. Cheswell Euster with the brace. The Ospreys kick off. The wind, you feel out of their sails now. 53-33. 86-point spread in this URC clash. Exciting for the fans. But exciting if you're a Bulls fan. They've shown against adversity they can fight back. They want to show up in that defence. Couple of missed tackles, too many. As the Ospreys look to play now, they've got to play as they look to get it into the trams. They're on their own 10-metre mark. Are the Ospreys, the Bulls, still resolute on defence. You feel the subs have made quite an impact for the Bulls. Not so much for the Ospreys. Only one try to show for their efforts in the second half. The Bulls dictating the game on their own terms in the second half and ultimately blowing the Ospreys away. They'd have to score 3 converted tries to take victory, and all in 6 minutes. Can be done, but highly unlikely. The Bulls look to pull this one home. A lot more ease on the faces of the supporters here at Loftus. Kevin Davis. It's just passion and excitement, brother. Campo 675, much better. This is how we know the Bulls. Rough start, but strong finish. I couldn't have said it better as Kasende looks to take Devin Williams into touch. The Bulls looking to close with the bang here. 5 minutes to play. Here at Loftus Versfeld, trailing early on against this Ospreys side. Fast start. 2 early tries, and here they come away. Can they get try number 6? Kasende can't find support. Willie Leroux has it. And they've bungled that one, you feel. Mpilo Komede, they just couldn't hold on to the pass from Willie Leroux. And it's all opening up now, but it will restart with the scrum down to the Ospreys. Surely they'll be looking for some sort of consolation. They will walk away with a 4-try bonus point. The Bulls will take a full house and look forward to Leinster next weekend. So far this weekend, 2 out of 3 for the South African teams. The Sharks, of course, unfortunately going down last night, in case you missed it, to the Glasgow Warriors by 35 points to 90. As we build up, of course, keep your eyes on the screen here on Forever Sports to the Springbok game against Argentina. A victory and a bonus point. Well, could it be back-to-back Rugby Championship titles for the Boks? The Ospreys look to finish strong. They're over the advantage line. Up and over the 10-metre mark of the Bulls as they look to play this far side, blind side here. Just knocked on by the Bulls. Getting a little bit messy as the minutes tick down into single digits. All of 3 minutes left, folks. What a pleasure it's been with every single one of you who've tuned in. I appreciate you. No doubt all of us here at Forever Sports appreciate the fans tuning in. We all love the game of rugby. We might be divided on so many opinions. We might have different teams that we support. But united we stand on the rugby front. Rugby can teach you so much, of course. It's all about the thrills and spills, yes, the excitement, the passion. But just, if you're a Bulls fan, how to come back after a setback, That's the most important thing. They've put their bodies on the line in the second half. They've pulled their socks up and deservedly will take 5 points from this clash as the Ospreys look to put it on the boot, but well gathered by Cheswell Euster. He looks to get away. He's got 2 tries already. Just outside the 22. The Bulls look to put it on the boot. Blocked there by a defender of the Ospreys. What bit of action lies in wait here as this game draws to a close? The fans at Loftus will have a sense of relief after that early onslaught. But as we saw with the Stormers game, the Sharks game, mistakes, unforced errors, combinations, all those sort of things need to find their range, find their fluidity. It's a long, long season, but it begins here for the Bulls with the 5-pointer. David Creel hit hard on defence. Knocked on. It's a scrum advantage to the Ospreys. Stop start at the moment. Stedman Guns there, just not able to hold on to the ball. Ball de Vet to Stedman Guns, just slipping out the hands. Perhaps looked up at the defence. Won't be happy with that, the replacement outside back of the Bulls. Comfortable victory in the end. Doesn't matter how we got there. We have got there. And that's what matters. 5 points in the bag. One last attempt at a consolation try here for the Ospreys. Full of promise in that first half. Leading at half-time. But it's a strong second half showing from the Bulls. That's been the point of difference. Yeah, they do come for a consolation try. And it is going to be that man, Keelan Giles, who gets a second try. We've had a couple of braces. We've had a couple of hat-tricks. Cheswell Euster with the brace. Marcel Coetzee with the brace. Keelan Giles with the brace. Jan Grobler with the hat-trick. Tries galore here at Loftus. It's the away side who finish. Strong with the consolation try. All for nothing. They'll walk away with just a single point. Dream about what could have been. Time is up on the clock. It's just the conversion to come. The strike is good. Great kick. Adds the extra 2, but it's immaterial. A high-scoring affair here at Loftus ends. The Bulls 53, the Ospreys 40. And the Bulls look forward to Leinster next weekend. Certainly a couple of areas to fix, to tweak as they build in this season of the Vodacom URC, the 2025-26 season. It's a long stretch. They got there in the end. Bonus point, 5 points in the bag. Folks, it's been an absolute pleasure to take you through this one. Of course, do stay tuned for the box here on Forever Sports as we build up to that live clash with Stevie P from myself, Roots, here on Forever Sports from Loftus Versfeld. Vodacom Bulls 53 to 40. Until next time, bye for now.